beat. Mr. Info, you know what we here, bro. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, we come from all shades to the team at the Barclays. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, from Will scoring 100 to Job be a wonder. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, let's go.
Yeah, buddy. Old Heads episode 145 back in the basement, man. Of course, I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. We got a great show today lined up. I don't know if you guys are familiar now with AI, but ChatGPT put out the top 12, if you had to pick the top 12 best players ever, they've had their list. So this week, and it's not going to be 10 questions. We're going to pick our 12 best players, excluding those guys. So if we had to pick a team to go up against those 12, man, it's going to be fun to see who these brothers pick. But, man, also I need y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't be dusty, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Man, we got a lot more to talk about. We also going to be talking about the young lady in Rochester, Minnesota. You dirty muskrat. You all know who I'm talking about, but she's raised a lot of money. I'm going to want to get y'all opinion on that, and also interested to hear what these brothers got to say. And then, of course, we have to talk about Luther Burden, man. I love the wide receiver that the Bears got. He got a chip on his shoulder. Man, we're going to talk about him. Some people saying he's the steal of the draft. We're going to talk about that as well as much, much more. I'm going to let these brothers introduce themselves. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. Old Heads episode 145.
It's your boy B.I.
Yes, sir.
It's your man Hendo G, a.k.a. French Loaf, a.k.a. the Black and Mild Thief.
Black and Mild Thief. Billy Basiless. If this y'all first time checking us out, we start every episode with Hendo's hot take. Hendo, what's the hot take?
The hot take is, man, the Nuggets really dodged the bullet. Their biggest advantage right now, and I hate to say it, is their bench and Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has came through so much for the Nuggets right now. It's ridiculous. He's been so much of an on-the-court coach, helping these guys get through this tough time without, Mike Malone being there. Because trust me, I believe they still kind of need Mike Malone, but Russell Westbrook is doing a beautiful job of getting these guys together along with Joker, and he's maintaining this guy. They're getting wins against tough teams, man. He's really looking good. Now everybody kind of looking at Russ like, damn, man, we might have underestimated you, but I think a lot of it comes doing with how his play style is. He's really playing smart ball. He's actually hitting those mid-ranges, the same mid-ranges he was taking with the Lakers and missing all the time. He's actually making them motherfuckers. I haven't seen him play this good since he was with OKC. And they playing OKC. That's what's crazy about it. And he's playing good ball. So I think a lot of people got, man, y'all put some respect on Russ, man. Russ is an old man at the end of the day. This man is old. And we never talk about his age, and look what he's doing. And look what the athletic plays this man is doing. He had back-to-back steals to close out, one like a third quarter to put them up. Like, it's crazy, man. This man, put some respect on Russ, man. He's still doing it.
I like that. Actually, I love that, man. He's also in great shape, too, man. Stay in great shape. Black fact of the week. That is Hendo's hot take. Get a little bit ahead of myself, man. Black fact of the week. Some of you might know the Kentucky Derby. I don't know if y'all heard about that. The Kentucky Derby happened recently. But did you know at one point horse racing was dominated by black jockeys? Isaac Burns Murphy, a black man, is considered the greatest jockey of all time. He won 3 Kentucky Derbies in 1884, 1890, and 1891. And over a 19-year career, he won 44% of his mounts.
Damn.
A black man. So I did not know that, but yeah, at one point jockeys were a lot of them were black.
I think a lot has to do with the horse, though, bro. Yeah, I appreciate that.
I mean, a lot got to do it. Hey, let that nigger get on that horse.
That's actually what it was.
Yeah, let the animals race, and we'll bet on the animals.
That's actually what it was. Yeah. But
times are always like that. This is why I fuck with horses.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with horses in movies. I put it down, do that.
But at this point, man, you gotta understand, horse gambling was big money.
And Senna's movie was cold too, though. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, I'm fucking with horses.
They say I fuck with horse.
I don't fuck with horses.
Oh, you don't fuck with
I
horses?
do not fuck with horses in
No.
movies.
Gotcha. But hey, if y'all check it out, man, salute to man Isaac Burns Murphy, man, arguably the greatest jockey, black jockey of all time, man, as a black man. Moving right along, man, sports entertainment news. You have some people saying Luther Burden, the wide receiver out of Missouri, who the Chicago Bears took, was the steal of the draft for the Bears. Do you guys see it that way, or would you say there's someone else who you feel like was the steal of the draft?
I picked him when we were talking about we were going through our players that we liked and disliked from the draft or whatever. And from what I heard, because you forced me to do this research, Fell was supposed to go way higher in that draft. Now I forget exactly what happened and why he went lower, but they said, athletically and what he's able to do on the field, I forget what his comp was. But it was something crazy. It was like a superstar. I was like, okay, well,
Was it Debo?
Yep, but better.
Yeah.
Yep, but better.
That's what I've been hearing.
It was like a better Debo is what I heard. And I was like, well, if that's the case, I mean, yeah, and at that spot too, it ain't like you had to spend a first round and no shit on him, so, yeah.
I know how you feel.
I got 3 points. A, I feel like he was a huge grab at that position. B, I think Travis Hunter was the biggest steal of the draft, to be honest with you. To even go anywhere else, the biggest.
Before you get to see, what do you mean by, you said huge grab. What do you mean by that?
Who, A?
Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, what do you mean by that?
That's a big grab. I mean, to get a quality receiver like that that in that area of the draft, for him to actually go down to where we can get, he's a quality receiver.
I see you said, so for getting him where we got him is a good value.
Yeah, great
Gotcha,
value.
okay, gotcha.
Like if I was to put a grade to it, that's an A minus.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
B, you know what I'm saying? Like I said,
Travis Hunter. You said Travis.
Travis Hunter was pretty. That was probably the biggest steal, to be honest with you. I don't know how it managed to even get down there. So many teams need a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe it personally. That's the biggest steal.
Shador?
Yeah, Shador, man, going to the Browns.
Okay.
My bad.
Shador
Going to the Browns. My bad. That quarterback. That was the biggest steal. My bad. That I don't know how he got that far. I don't know how I got that far. And C, they say this about every goddamn rookie. Every year we hear he's supposed to be a standout. I just got to see it. I just sometimes I get over the rookie hype. I just got to see it because everybody that comes in there is supposed to do it, and certain guys stand out. And to me, that's just a lot of gesture. There's a lot of expectation put on you. Then it's really the guys who don't have that mid-grade expectation, the ones that stand out. So we'll see it. I got to see it. I got to see it come on the field.
I feel like you're on the right team for it. I feel like offensively we'll be trying to, score some points this year, move the ball downfield. So I feel like being on an offensively geared team, not to say the defense ain't, trying to step up too, but I feel like with our head coach and with the direction our offense is going, I feel like he's on the perfect team to shine too. He's going to get his chance, we're going to have to see. But yeah, his attributes say that of some other sources. And I mean, sometimes those projections are kind of true. I've heard a lot of people rave about guys that went to bad teams and then we didn't see it. Saquon Barkley. And then he get on a winning team, and then this dude look all world, but he was always all bad. He played on a horrible fucking team. He ran for his life. Dude, yeah, Matthew Stafford, Saquon Barkley, a whole bunch of guys, you know what I'm saying, and they left, and then we seen them win. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the kid got some potential. Shit, we'll see what we can do with him.
I like that. They actually compare him to Debo, saying they say if he ran, from what I've heard, I've looked at a lot of Steve Smith. They said if he ran routes the same way he runs when he gets the ball, it would be phenomenal.
It's crazy because he runs so fast. It's really his yak, his yards after catch is really that we talk about because he's able to create, make people miss.
Which is not to cut you off, which is why they compare him to Debo. It was why basically if you get him the ball in space, that's where he's best. Like even if it's like a screen or he might not run the crispest routes, but as long as you get him the ball, that's when you really get to see how special he is. But man, I would actually have to say the ESPN actually has Burton as the top steal in the draft, but I'm going to say actually it's Josh Simmons out of Ohio State. Before his torn pectoral injury, he was considered the top tackle in the country. I would put him over Burton just simply off of value and where he landed. He was the last pick in the first round Lamar Jackson, and he was drafted by the Chiefs. Andy Reid is known for creating O-lines. Simpson, who was a 5-star out of high school, has the potential to protect Mahomes' blind side for the next decade.
All right.
And he also was a left tackle at Ohio State. So he was seeing quality competition. He was absolutely a stud. It was just the injury thing, but a lot of people had him being a top 5 pick. And the reason why I say value is when you look at the top pick, Will Campbell, he went 4 overall. So virtually this kid could have won 4 if he ended up going 31. But when he did play for Ohio State, he absolutely looked every bit as good of an NFL left tackle, franchise left tackle. So
And the rich get richer.
and Leah, don't get me wrong. I think Bird's gonna be really good, but I think at best he'll be our 3rd slot, so he'll probably be our 4th, sometimes 5th option.
Yep.
You know.
And he'll have his chance. He'll have his opportunity.
Yeah, he'll definitely have his opportunity. But
Football is crazy.
Yeah, but I think if you get
Don't be
Simmons, who can be if he's healthy, he start out a left tackle. I would have to say him just off of value alone. The NBA playoffs have been awesome up to this point. Which player or team has surprised you with how well they're playing or how poor they played in the playoffs so far? Y'all out there, let us know too, man.
Shit, like
Buck fans, no crying over here, man. Come sit over here with us Bulls fans.
That's still playing?
Yeah, still playing. Player or team that has surprised you or has played poorly that surprised you.
You had to come back to me. I forgot what I was thinking about it.
Okay. Hendo, you want me to go up?
No, I'm good. I got a 2-part to this as well. Like, I got to be able to put Ant-Man, or actually, you know what? I'm not even going to put Ant right now. I'm going to put Mikal Bridges right now. Mikal Bridges because defense right now. He's been winning a lot of these series or these games to these series off straight defense. I think we always forget of how good a defender and a scorer that he can be when given a chance. He's just sometimes I feel like he gets overshadowed by how well Brunson does on games or if Cat's having a good day. And then the number 1 has to be Cat right now. Cat is playing phenomenal, even though you can't really count on him for rebounds in my eyes. When a center has to come all the way 22 feet to come out to you to contest you just because you can shoot threes that well from that distance, 4 or 5 feet away from that 3-point line, that's crazy. Now you have options. You open up the lane for back doors, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, and anybody else. Whatever the big homie Mitchell, you open the door for them to cut back there. If they have to go on a power forward, they're probably going to win that matchup. And that's kind of what we're getting into because your center has to come out. If you give Karl Anthony Towns that shot out there, he's going to make that. He's shooting phenomenal right now. And this is what the difference was between that T-Wolves team. Everybody on that Knicks team rebounds. So he doesn't have to worry about rebounds. He runs the floor, and he does. The only thing he has to worry about is stop getting the dumbest fucking fouls ever. He gets the stupidest fucking fouls every fucking series. Even when he was with the Timberwolves. Remember the interview Cat was like, or Ant-Man was like, just stop fucking fouling. He just gets the dumbest because he doesn't shuffle his feet.
His first foul today.
Just stupid shit. But yeah, I think it's him.
I like that.
Shit. The Boston Celtics suck. Those guys. I mean, when they get back to the basics, they hard to beat. Working inside.
They have fall off games.
The way they just throwing that ball around the perimeter shooting, man. Sometimes man,
they have fall off games.
It looks
It's
horrible
typical.
when you not
It's
shooting.
your typical Celtic team. Some of you don't see
These
this right
first
here
2 motherfucking games
in the playoffs.
They ain't never set records like that for that many motherfucking shots. These niggas were 25 for 100. 25 for 100 in the first 2 games from 3.
They shucking that shit, nigga. We shoot. Shoot or shoot.
It was 25%?
Yeah. That's 25%.
Yeah, it is 25%. Yeah.
Shoot or
I
shoot.
too. I thought you was
Shoot
just
that
saying
shit.
only 25%. Yeah, it was. They
They
took
shoot the
103.
team. What you want from them?
Hit 25 of them.
Golden State did it.
They
just
said
made more.
43 of these threes were uncontested. The definition of uncontested is 6 feet. So no one's around them for 6 feet on 43 of these shots that they motherfucking missed. In the first 2 motherfucking games, they missed 75 motherfucking threes.
Yeah, they're okay.
They all right.
They okay, yeah, they won today. They shot 50% from three because they went from inside out. They used Jalen Green's post-up game to start the motion as opposed to everybody trying to make a play off the perimeter going one-on-one because that break down that way. You start your motion a different way. And that worked. That's going to work. But, yeah, man, like they was out here embarrassing themselves.
Me personally, I think even the other way. That's why if you heard Joe Mazzulla, that's why I'm actually happy you said that stat. They were getting like good looks.
Quality looks.
Yeah, they were getting good looks. I mean, so it's just they did the same thing last year where they'll just have, because they were up 20 both times. So it's not like they were just shooting horrible the whole time. It's just, I feel like they're nowhere near on the level of the Bulls, but I remember watching how the Bulls is a little different. The Heat is a better example. Where you can kind of see them sometimes where they'll just have lapses because they're so much better than everybody else, where they feel like they
That's
just,
true,
they
but
play
those
around
guys
too much.
weren't
They
dependent
around too much.
When you dependent on the jump shot though, it's way riskier than when you just say let's go get a bucket.
And actually, I would even say Golden State.
And that's their problem.
I would even say Golden State was more like that.
Yep, that's what I said.
Where they would shoot a lot of threes, and you would see them have lapses. But I would say what Boston is, they understand.
But they had the best two shooters maybe in the world ever.
Oh, that's true. But when you look at Boston,
three
as a collective, they probably have what, three?
It's the amount that's laughable.
It's the amount.
It's laughable. Okay, they missed 75 shots in 2 games. You break that down, that's 37.5. 37.5 threes a game they missed. They missed 35. I mean 37. They missed 37.5.
I totally get that.
37 threes in one game that you missed.
Bro,
because by the time I miss a 31, I'm going to think maybe I should dunk on somebody.
And that's the frustrating part, is that I believe one of those games they were 11 for 11 in dunks. So I get it.
You should always be 100% with a dunk anyway.
But I would have.
Yeah, they got plenty of them. But I kept trying that.
I would have to say disappointment. I would say obviously the Celtics, who have blew 2 20-point leads at home.
Yeah.
I still think the Celtics will win, but I didn't see that happening. The biggest surprise for me has been Russell Westbrook, who has scored in double digits 7 out of the 10 playoff games this year. Russell's energy has been huge for the team, especially not being as deep during that championship season. He seems to have found a home in Denver, and I hope he can finish out his career in Denver and not be traded again. He deserves better.
This is all fucked up over there.
They got coaches. Joker.
No, they won. They might fuck around and go to the finals.
They might fuck around.
You know what? That'd be a beautiful story. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I think they are going to the finals.
They the type of team go to the finals.
They just beat Oklahoma again.
Yeah.
They up 2-1.
I'm not sure. The finals?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Their biggest competition is Timberwolves right now. Let's be honest. Their biggest competition.
Lose to Minnesota last year.
That's what I'm saying. That's their biggest competition. But that's going to be without Julius Randle or without Cat Williams in addition to Julius Randle. So we'll see. But that's what they lost to. That's why I see them possibly having trouble with. That's going to be their issue.
They're going to beat Oklahoma City, I think.
I'm not sure about that yet either.
They're a little bit more physical, more. Sometimes OKC's frailness and lack of weight room can be shown sometimes. It just looks like sometimes. No, but they're young and quick. They just ain't got muscle. Ain't nobody out there really got muscle, like really just moving somebody. When you see Chet go to the post, you can just arm check him and just take him out. He can shoot, but you can move them right. You can move them too easy.
But they got They got Hardenstein.
Even though I like
Hardenstein a beast.
Yeah, he's tough.
Man, listen, man, they'll sweat. They sweat, but it'd been better if you would have said Dort. I feel like Dort mainly.
No, Hardenstein.
Yeah, but I like.
They play team defense. They're second in the league.
They do. And Caruso helped them with that. Caruso, but when I'm talking about when you got to bang and get in that paint, Caruso seems like he the only one really. SAG be struggling sometimes.
Normally, we should look that up because I'm pretty sure OKC is number 1 in offense, number 2 in defense.
For regular season, yes.
But when
postseason's different.
When that happens, that team wins the championship all the time. That's what the Boston Celtics were last year. That's what the motherfucking Golden State Warriors were.
I still don't see enough.
And they were both jump shooting teams. They were jump shooting teams that played good team defense.
And shit, look what the Nuggets is doing to them.
Hey man, those other teams didn't sweep everybody else either.
But they're also champions. That's a big difference. Some people been here before.
Yeah, those teams weren't champions until they were.
Some people been here before. I know the dude big moments.
They said that same thing about Michael Jordan. He wasn't a champion until he was.
I'm trying to tell you.
But one guy who can tell you about being a champion is Tony Kukoc, who this week said he would have been just as big a star as Luka Doncic if he didn't play with the Bulls. How do y'all out there feel about that? Tony Kukoc said he'd be just as big a star as Luka Doncic if he didn't go to the Bulls. Now, need I mind you, Tony Kukoc was 6'11", could handle the rock, lefty. For his career, 11.6 points, 4.2 rebounds, 3.7 assists, and was 3 rings and 6th man of the year one time. Luka Doncic, 28.6 points per game, 8.6 rebounds, 8.2 assists so far in his young career. Would Tony Kukoc have been just as big a star if he didn't go to the Chicago Bulls?
That's a trick question because just as big as star, just as big as that star is implying that everybody's behind him. Could he put up the numbers? Yes. For 2 reasons. His prime, but when he was getting the ball a little bit more, say like when Mike was gone for like a second, this dude was averaging more than 11 or whatever points it was. This shit is only low because he went to Milwaukee and wherever the fuck else after he left the Bulls, and his motherfucking usage rate went down, which guess what? Wasn't high in the first place because he always played with Mike and fucking Scotty. If you give this dude his own team, the way they gave Luka his own team, and you give Tony that usage rate, his jump shot was better. Don't care what you say. Luka shoot that bitch from far as a motherfucker, so I guess there's a comparison that can be made. But I feel like percentage-wise, just the eyeball test, I trust Tony just as much as I trust Luka making shots. Maybe Luka, maybe for a couple more game winners, I feel like he just got that in his blood. But Tony Kukoc was a monster. He could pass, he could shoot. He was big as a motherfucker. Luka's big too. But, this is a big boy, Tony Kukoc. Honestly, his game was like that. And if you gave him the keys and said, hey, go out, if you give him, and he played in this day and age, where you couldn't hold him and all that shit, and you give him motherfucking the same team you gave him with Kyrie Irving and Lively and Gafford, and I feel like they could make a deep playoff run too.
Okay.
He can do just as much as that man can.
Hundo, how you feel?
I think Tony is spot on, man. Tony is the type of guy, he plays both sides of the ball. You don't have to question his defensive prowess because he's going to play defense for you. The only problem was he had to be 6th man. When you're running up and Scottie Pippen has the same position as you got, and Scottie plays stellar motherfucking defense and shit, it's going to be hard to take his position. But when Kukoc came in and played and had to shut down guys and put up points, he did such. He can do that. The thing about him is he always had to defer. And in the situation with Luka didn't really have to defer because there was nobody really to defer to at times. It worked out when he had Kyrie, but it literally was just them two. There's never really been a situation where Tony Kukoc had a real prime, where he wasn't injury stricken, where it could have been that. But the biggest thing is we also got to remember, Tony played off injuries. This man was hurt a lot for the Bulls. He played through injuries for big games. Him and Ron Harper all time. I remember them niggas was hurt all the time for the Bulls. I was like, why we even got him sometimes? But when Tony had his games, he could score with the best of them. But Tony's defense was also staggered. The only thing I look at Luka sometimes is it's hard to put him up in a better position because he only really plays one side of the ball. That's my issue with like James Harden as well. It's kind of hard for me to talk when you only play one side of the ball. I've literally watched them play Olay defense where it's like a matador and you let motherfuckers go by just so you can get in a better position to come down and score a 3. I hate that shit. And that pisses me. That's what pisses me off. But as far as what he can do at 6'11", he was hard to stop, man. He had a bag. He could shoot. He had post game. He had mid range. He could finish. He could dunk. He could pass. His IQ is just a little better to me, especially on the defensive end. As far as that go, offensive we can go debate. We can debate on offense.
Okay, I like both of those. I'm actually sitting up here thinking like, what if Tony would have went to another team And I'm thinking to myself, what if he would have went to like a Miami Heat team?
If we went to Pacers.
You talking about back then or
Yeah,
now?
that's actually I'm less actually I'm looking at it
Because that's one question, and he can. Of course, he's gonna have better stats if his usage rate go up back there.
Mm-hmm.
But if his usage rate go up
In his
now,
prime, though.
In his prime.
Now, we talking about
And
fresh
now.
Tony, right when that motherfucker, right when
I'm talking about
Pippen and
and
Jordan got done
nowadays.
playing them in the Olympics type. When we first got him, they was talking about a replacement.
But yeah, that's playing.
Because Drew, mind
If
you,
he plays
Tony,
now,
Tony was supposed to be.
if he plays now,
Tony was supposed to be Pippen's
you ain't
replacement.
stopping
Never
Tony
forget
Kukoc.
that.
Say if you put what we're talking about now. Say if you put Tony Kukoc on the Hornets,
yeah, it's ugly.
or I would even, that's not. No,
I mean,
no,
he
no,
might
that's
have
just-
Supersonics.
No,
Put him on the Supersonics.
Wizards.
The Wizards,
Put him on the
a
Wizards.
weak ass team.
No, because that's what I'm. Because you wanted to be somewhere where it's his team.
That's true, but
if
Dallas
he-
wasn't trash though when Luka got there though. They had Dirk Nowitzki, they had Porzingis.
Now when he got there,
they had other guys.
Dirk was already gone.
No, they did have Porzingis.
Porzingis and Dirk was gone. It was
Yeah,
Porzingis.
Dirk was gone.
They had just got maybe. They didn't have too much talent across that
Dirk
room,
didn't
bro.
play his last year.
Hell no, he was already gone.
Okay,
It
well,
didn't matter anyway. He was
okay, well, let's say that. Say we put him on the Hornets. If they have Porzingis, then say you team him up with Ball. Does he put up the same numbers Luka put up? A prime of a Tony Kukoc coming into the league right now. Does he put up those same numbers that Luka puts up? A prime Tony Kukoc on the Hornets team?
Oh yeah. He's far athletic. He's
he
running the court.
wouldn't put up less than 20 points for sure. He would never put up less than 20 points in a game. I don't see him not getting at least 20 in every game. 4 quarters, 5 points a quarter, 10-point halves. He can do that without free throws.
To me, it's 30 because if you add in what the free throws gonna bring, the defense, because you getting steals and fast
And now
breaks,
he's telling him,
and he not selling for threes. He actually going to work.
But now it ain't even selling. Now he can actually shoot 7 to 10 threes
Right.
a game.
Right.
You
When
can
you get
shoot
that green light.
7 to 10 of these shots can be threes now. Yeah, I'm banking he gonna hit at least 3 or 4 of them a night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And he's 6'11".
yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. Tony was a problem because nobody could guard this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came in like
They call him the
perfect.
waiter.
Yeah, 'cause he served it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
was stupid at passing. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it would be tough. I don't think he would be on Luka's level because Luka is so he does
His
so
IQ, his offensive IQ.
his offensive IQ.
It is, but it's just
Because to be
it's
able
just
to
the
get this shit off the way
defense.
he
It's
get
the
it
the
off.
way
defense.
the way
He in his
the way
slow
he
and
get it
shit.
off. I mean, he giving
Yeah,
you
that defense,
he
though,
giving
is a
you
bigger problem.
he giving you 28.
And Tony
a game.
take care of his body. He don't put on the weight. He going a little bit longer. Luka
Yeah.
don't take care of himself. If we talking about prime Luka, I get that. But Luka right now, no. Luka coming in the league, amazing. Tony coming in the league, just like that. Tony was just like that.
He wasn't like that because
The only thing was different was the green light on the
He
three.
wasn't allowed to be. Huh?
The only thing was different was the green light on the three.
Luka was a
Luka
champion.
has the green
and
light for the
MVP.
three.
When he got here, he was already a champ. He was already
so
an MVP.
so Tony too though.
He was MVP too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
over Croatia. Yeah, he was winning over there, bro. He went to the Olympics. That team was
Did he
dope.
play with like Raja? Did he play
Bro,
with
I was
Raja?
just
Bro, that team was-
he had
that team was
he had
decent,
like
nigga.
four. He had like 4 of them.
Bro, they kept running into Mike and them.
Yeah, bro.
Mike and them was,
You know he was the MVP.
bro. Mike and Scotty tried to do him dirty in the Olympics. You don't remember that?
Because Luka won.
Dog was like, what was the little fat guy, Garland, or what was the dude that got them together who gave Scotty the GM at the time, the little fat guy? Anyways, they was like, Mike was like, man, that's the dude. They scouting to replace us right there, and it was Tony Kukoc. So they went up in the Olympics, boy. They was fucking him up, nigga. They was double teaming this nigga the whole game, boy. Had Kukoc fucked up, nigga.
Yeah, until Tony came back that second game. and put
Right.
that motherfucker
And what he
down.
do? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So if he doing that, yeah. See, that's different. That's different to me. That's some of the, I know
He
stories
came
like that.
back-
That's the difference,
He
man.
came back, did not take that shit lightly. It was on Mike, Scotty, whoever the fuck wanted to guard him ass. Yeah, Scott, that nigga Tony is like that.
And that if that's young before you get to the league,
I don't know. I wasn't bugging. Three Euro League championships, 3-time Final Four MVPs, top scorer, FIBA European Select,
Yo, it was nice,
50,
bro.
50 greatest EuroLeague contributors, 2-time Triple Crown, Italian League champ, Italian Cup winner,
Yup.
4-time.
Now look up.
So your answer is Tony then.
No.
Now I was about
No.
to say, now look up Lucas.
Shit.
No, it's not.
He got like 3 MVPs too, or some shit or something, or 3 rings or some shit.
His shit don't look like Tony's, bro. Just for the simple fact, Tony got them chips, and a lot of them chips matter. And Luka yet to, you know what I'm saying, get to that.
EuroLeague MVP. He got 1 EuroLeague Final Four MVP. I think Tony got 4.
Yeah.
2-time EuroLeague Rising Star. Eurostar Player of the Year. 3-time.
2-time rising star.
Tony was in the
2-time
league
ACB
when they
player.
thought European niggas was soft though. When they thought foreign niggas was soft though. So you had to be hard bodied to play back then, bro.
Look
I'm
at
keeping
that
it real.
dude though, man.
Marshall
5-time
Lonis.
All-Star.
Marshall
He already
Lonis.
got 5 All NBA.
No,
first
it was
teams.
some motherfucker 4 dudes that was hard body though. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones that actually made it here. The ones
Sarunas
before
Marshallonis.
Sharunas, Marshall
Yeah, I know
Lonis.
exactly what you're talking
Golden
about.
State Warriors.
Yeah, Sarunas Marshallonis.
Yeah, he was hard body though. Yeah, he finishing all around the rim and shit. He was a point guard.
I got
Like,
another one for you. What you know about Dino Raja?
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Didn't he play with Tony and shit? He played with the Celtics though.
Yeah, he played.
That's what
He's a
I'm
Hall of
from.
Famer, believe it or not.
What the because of all the basketball Hall of Fame, not
yeah,
NBA.
yeah, Dino Raja Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he should be though. The champion.
Mehmet Okur. Louis Scola. That was my homie. Yeah.
Joe Scholes.
Scola was the best player in the world one year. I kept saying it all year.
It was wild.
I was fucking niggas up on
And then
2K.
he always did
Best player in
this.
the world. Best
He
player
always
in the world.
did this as hell.
Yeah.
But he was cold, man.
He was
with the
cold,
Rockets.
Louis Scola, yep. That was dope. Moving right along, man, we got to show the ladies some love. The WNBA released their top 25 list. Were there any names that you disagreed with or felt was too high or too low on the list? Who want to start? Y'all want me to
Me,
kick it off?
I'm gonna keep it simple. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everything was just about as where it was gonna be. For me, if I was to make a list, I think everything was pretty much spot on. I didn't see any hiccups.
How'd you feel?
I feel the same way. I tried to have a problem, but I couldn't. I went straight to old girl,
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. Seen her 6th.
Fourth.
Was it 4th?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, seen her 4th. And I'm looking at the numbers. I'm like 19, 8 assists, rookie year. I'm like, then I start going down and looking at what other people average and shit. I'm like, yeah, she belong. You know what I'm saying? That quick. I'm not sure she belong at 4. That sounds pretty high for a rookie year, but because I don't know the whole league like that. But same point in time though, I feel like looking at them numbers, they were pretty impressive compared to some other motherfuckers.
It's LeBron-esque. That's what it reminds me of. I felt Janelle Jones. I love you, sister, but I guess maybe I don't see what other people see. I know defensively she a monster. She won Finals MVP. I thought she was a bit too high. I will put Sabrina Ionescu in that 6th spot. And I will have Jones somewhere. I don't want to be disrespectful. I would say hover around maybe 11 or 12, probably closer to 12 in my personal opinion. CC was a little too high for me at 4. She would definitely be top 10, maybe around 10th or 11th. I would have a hard time putting her over Plum or Jackie Young, this being her sophomore year. Both of them are both dogs. For right now, the biggest problem I felt was Arike Akabumwale of the Wings. She to me is a top 10 player in my opinion.
Yeah, she was down pretty far.
Now I know she lacked a little bit
I couldn't say
defensively.
her name though.
Yeah,
Enrique.
Enrique. Yeah, I know it's Enrique for sure. But she's kind of almost like Harden, where she kind of lack a little bit. I would almost say a little bit more like Luka, where she kind of lack a little bit. You desire more from her on the defensive end, but she's so good offensively. In my opinion, she's so fun to watch. I would have her top 10. In my opinion, not sure.
Called you a cone, baby.
Nah, I did not say
You
that.
had to work on that,
Enrique.
yeah.
Only on defense.
I would not move her out that 10th spot. Maybe Plum, but she is so explosive and a load to handle on the offensive when she gets to going. So I would say that's the only issue I really had with that. But talking about women, man, I want to know how y'all feel about this. A young lady in Rochester, Minnesota, has come under. Don't you be going up to Rochester, Minnesota for some? What's that sandwich called?
Food truck.
Wind City, man. You out there in that local
Shameless
area, man.
plug.
Rochester, man. You know, a nice food truck, get you a nice little Italian beef dip.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes,
Get you
sir.
some wings, man. Go to Wind City. WIN space City.
Yeah, no dip.
I'll dip it if I want to dip it.
Oh, I want my shit dip.
No, sir. Be falling off front.
Yeah, that's how I like it. I can eat it wrapped up stuff. Smack it.
Oh
yeah, man.
No dip, no hot peppers. I do
Yeah,
sweet peppers. Nah,
I
do
want both.
sweet
Hot ass
peppers.
sweet.
I'm
Sweet
green
peppers.
pepper. I don't give a fuck what kind
Nah,
of
I
pepper it
do
is.
sweet
Hot
peppers
and
and
sweet.
I
provolone.
do. Yeah, I do.
What y'all know about them Italian beefs. But moving right along, a lady in Rochester, Minnesota has come under criticism for being at the park. She saw a little black boy going into her son's bag actually he took her son's toy or something like that. Didn't know that he was autistic and called him the N-word. But since then she put on a I guess not a GoFundMe, another website, not similar to GoFundMe, and she's raised actually over, I know it's over $600,000, but it might be $700,000, basically telling people that she's been attacked and people are harassing her and this and that, and people know what she did. The video is out. It was actually a gentleman there who actually asked her what did she say, and she called him the N-word and said that if the little 5-year-old autistic boy is acting like an N-word, then she's gonna treat him like an N-word. After saying that, she good.
Yeah.
After saying that, she's raised over $600,000 for her actions. What are your thoughts on her supporters, and what are your thoughts on her?
I was very confused. I heard very little about the story at first, and
Did you hear what happened?
yeah, and we were trying to figure out where the victim was. We never located the victim, did we? Was the victim located? We out for the victim.
Apparently, she's the victim. She put up a GoFundMe, and I guess, from my understanding, GoFundMe took it down. But then she put up another I think it might be a Christian website. And basically she was saying how she was at the park and how this kid was going and took her son's toy and going into her bag. She excluded that part.
Okay.
And she said that she's been harassed and because of this incident, and people are basically playing the victim. And even though people saw the video, people have still donated over $600,000 to basically this racist. And the little boy was autistic. He was 5 years old, and another gentleman, African American. He wasn't African American. He actually was Somali. And if I'm wrong, excuse me. He pulled out his phone and he said, "What did you call him? Did you call him an N-word?" And she said, "Yes, if he's gonna act like an N-word, I'm gonna call him N-word." He was going through my son's stuff. And then she called the gentleman behind the camera an N-word. And after all of that and being caught on video and posted everywhere, she's raised over $600,000. How do y'all feel about that? Definitely interested in how y'all out there feel about it.
Not confused at all. Not shocked at all. Why would I be? Look, man, everything, go and look at any social media, anything that's like a public post where everybody can comment, say it's some city shit or whatever. No matter what you're talking about, it can be a parking, like we got a parking fucking site on Facebook here. No matter what happens, it gets racial in the comments. You go look at the comments, it'll show you how racial this country really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, it's crazy that it end up like this all the damn time. But like, yeah, and it shows it's very one-sided. To be very honest, you know, when you're talking about racial shit in this country, I ain't gonna break down the word racist and all of that shit. I'm gonna leave that for somebody else's conversation. But at the same point in time, though, black folks, if they racist in their own way, it's in defense of the entire time. We just got our guard up. You know what I'm saying? My motherfuckers be doing all the goddamn punching, and it's blatant. It's blatant punches. You be seeing this shit all on the net and shit. And, you know what I mean? The shit is funny as hell to me because, like, you know what I'm saying? This is one of those situations coming up. It's either gonna thicken your skin or you're gonna be all disappointed about it all the time. But it's like I ain't got time to be crying. You know what I'm saying? So I'ma laugh. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, this shit it's hilarious. It's comical. It's expected. You know what I'm saying? It's the world we've always lived in, still live in. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do about it? And get Jim Crow out here. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and take it to court like dude and shit. He finna get fucked up in jail. They killed his son. He went and killed the cop the next day. The cop that killed his son, he found that nigga the next day, murdered him. I seen him walking out of the court, a line full of cops. He just...
I seen them too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Middle night, they gonna come pull you out your cell, buddy. They gonna let somebody do everything to you. That's
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, at that point.
Sometimes situations eye for eye. You can have how you get it.
Yeah, but all that looking crazy, going to the whatever is something bogus too, though. It's like extra showing them up. You already, you know what I mean, did whatever and shit. You looking at a whole bunch of cops that didn't have nothing to do with the shooting of your motherfucking son. The nigga that shot your son. And good job for that. Kudos to him. He didn't go shoot at the police station. That motherfucker went and shot the motherfucker who did it. That's how you do it. I don't know. I mean, I ain't saying to go do that shit. I'm just saying, you know, at least he didn't endanger a whole bunch of them.
No, I said I don't know enough about the case. So that's all I said. I don't know enough about the case.
Oh, yeah.
Hendo, how you feel about it?
Well,
Whenever you feel on time, you open the biz.
man, it's a ginger ale.
Shit.
In a country where I watched a man kneel on a nigga's neck until he died. In a country where I seen a armed man shoot an unarmed team with a hoodie on in the back. And times where I've seen people get killed over small change. And am I surprised? Fuck no, man. The only difference at the times is we hearing about it more because of social media. That's the only reason is. Am I surprised that somebody is supporting racism? No, because this shit is America. And I've been telling them, any old head person knows this is what it is. This is why we not that shocked when we hear stuff like this, because this shit go on every motherfucking year. A man pull his cell phone out of his pocket. He gets shot 32 times. That's crazy. A guy goes in, your house get raided. They don't even raid the right house. They kill your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend or some shit. Come on, we hear about this shit all the time. They don't give no apology, no nothing. They don't give you no severance or nothing. It's an bad and a whole bunch of motherfuckers walking out real quick and shit. That's all you hear. This shit happens all the fucking time. We don't ever get answers for it. And they be like, oh, well, you know, we gonna let this guy free and we gonna let... Come on, man. Am I surprised? No. I was surprised to see people rally behind that shit, but they did. And it was crazy. Crazy. So you just... Sometimes that shit, it's just what it is sometimes. And I hate to say that, man. It's a crazy time. It's a crazy time. But I'm definitely not surprised. Unfortunate as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But if that's how you gotta be for an autistic kid, man, that's just how you is. We know what type of person you is. I ain't gotta explain it.
Yeah. Surprise. Honestly, when I first saw it, I was a little surprised, but then once I processed it for a second, I was like, well, no, I mean, this don't like surprise me with the climate that we in right now. I mean, they're literally trying to like rewrite history. They're literally like trying to rewrite the Constitution. So people have definitely become more emboldened. You can say it, you believe it or not. As a black man who lives in a predominantly white town, you can absolutely feel the energy since Donald Trump has taken office. People have definitely become more emboldened. We actually just had an incident here where we stay that's been circulating on Facebook as far as racial goes. I just really think that it's not to be surprised it's just frustrating that this young lady is going to benefit off of racism, but it doesn't.
What hasn't?
But that's what I had to come to grips with, is that that's pretty much what Donald Trump is doing right now. When you look at his coin and all how much money that, when you actually look at how much money his family has made since he's been in office, it's like astronomical. I couldn't believe one guy actually said, and he said this shit with a straight face. He said before Donald Trump took office, net worth was $4 billion. He said since then, his net worth now is only $5.1 billion. So if he's really trying to engage himself and make himself richer, he's doing a terrible job of it. Bro, I was just like, who the fuck are these people, my nigga? I was like, for sure.
That's tough.
For sure. So it's like, it is like it is what it is, man. But one thing I do know, the 44 years I've been on this earth, karma is a bitch, man. Karma is a bitch. You one way or another. One way or another, man. So like I said, I don't want nothing bad to happen to her. I don't want anything bad to happen to her kids. But like I said, one way or another, man, we will all be humbled one way or another. So I'm just gonna leave that at that. But I guess speaking on race, since we're talking about it, man, Justin Tucker was released from the Ravens and has similar allegations as Deshaun Watson, but hasn't received the same media coverage. Does race play a role, or QBs and kickers will automatically receive different coverage?
You already know my answer.
Jim Crow.
It's always Jim Crow. That's always the answer. Straight up, like what would be the difference? You know what I'm saying? Are the crimes similar? Like before, when the Watson shit happened, he was like, "Oh yeah, Kraft got caught up in some of that shit down in Florida too." Well, guess what? He's the owner of the team. He's not going to fire himself. So we see, So we see the difference, you know what I'm saying, between player and owner right there. But now you're talking about player and player. So you tell me what the difference is. Oh, you play a different position. Oh, okay. I got you. No way in hell. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what's going on there. On the real, they get swept under the rug. So shit like that happened with motherfucking Ben Roethlisberger. Next thing you know, this nigga went out and won a couple more championships. And, you know,
he was strong arming bitches, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Justin Tucker faces allegations of misconduct from 16 massage therapists, all reported by the Baltimore Banner.
Yeah,
now look how many Deshaun was
That's
facing.
what I was looking at.
Yeah.
It was like 28, my guy.
It
was something nasty, bro. I was like, God damn, my nigga, like that's a lot of
They just kept piling on this shit.
Like the first 10, we could maybe swept on the table, but there was like anything past 20, I was like, dog, you might have did this.
Nigga, the first
I don't know, motherfuckers piling on.
The first 10, we was like, man, maybe he's just handsy. Maybe he's just handsy. Maybe he's just a bad salon.
I throw my hat in.
Maybe it was a whole salon.
Fuck that shit.
Go to the next salon. Like, damn, it happened here too? Shit. Yeah, this nigga get a menace.
Yeah. I feel like this be piling on after
24.
24.
Bro, yeah, that's quite a many more.
Faced a total of 24 civil suits.
He was just, every time a happy ending.
16 to 24 is still like in the same gray area.
No, it's not, dog.
It's
It's damn 10 more. It's 10 more, dog.
Once you do some shit once,
if it was touchdowns or interceptions, it'd be different. You'd be like, leave.
So it'd be bad if you did it once, right?
Yeah.
So if you do it 2-3 times, you're like, damn, this guy got a fucking problem, right?
I mean,
if a motherfucker do something 10 times,
anything over 10, yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know what you're doing now.
No, you do something more than 15 times.
Ooh, you a bad boy.
So 16 to 24 is kind of...
Yeah. If you do something 16 times, nigga, that's a routine.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
Going after 10.
You know what I'm saying? Straight
That's
up.
a routine,
Straight
nigga.
up.
Like, that ain't
like
no...
You ain't
handsy, nigga.
It's like your birthday or some shit.
Hey, box.
It's some shit you do every year.
You know what's up? That's what you're looking at. As soon as you know this calf muscle, you know what's up. He just got his head. Hey, put that hot towel right here on my knee. Get to work.
For real. You ain't got you got code words now. Can you hand me that?
You finna do a lot of stretching outs.
That lighter?
Well, you got good elbow strength.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that's
what they owe. Shit.
That's wild.
Oh
you
shit.
think race? Absolutely.
It got to be a mixture of a little bit. First of all, let's be honest. Sean Watson's a way more popular guy than this dude, man. I know Justin Tucker's, he will be an MVP at the end of his career, but that's at the end of his fucking career. We talking about this. A Hall of Famer, but you know what I'm saying? But Deshaun Watson's an entertainer. He won't be a Hall of Famer, probably not, you know what I'm saying? But he's a little bit more entertaining. He's more up to date.
In college.
We don't hear about this like we don't hear about when Brett Favre was doing it with the goddamn Vikings and with the Jets. Just like we don't hear about those little allegations. You know what I'm saying? Those same shit, man. Motherfuckers
Giddy.
Right. I just think
I try not to do it. I really don't want to mention this.
He a dog. Though.
Low key. I think
Giddy.
That's tough.
Not only points on 16.
I think he got a little, but at the same time, let this would have been just any black dude off the Cleveland Browns or some shit like this. They've been blowing this shit up just like this. Let this would have been any black dude off the Baltimore Ravens. They're blowing this shit up constantly. It don't matter if this nigga's a third string quarterback. I remember there was a dude that they had just drafted for the Pistons. He was going around either Pistons or Rockets. He was going around flashing motherfuckers. He just wouldn't keep his draws on. They just had to kick him off the team. But they never would.
I know what you're talking about.
He just kept showing himself. He just kept showing himself.
He back in the league.
Cause he done showing himself. He wasn't a bad player. He just couldn't keep the shit in the bag.
I know you talk.
But I felt it could have been with a white dude or some shit. They probably would have been like, yeah, just let Keith go. Don't say, or Mitch go. Don't say shit. But I don't know, man. Sometimes niggas is just freaky out here, man. I don't think sometimes race got a lot to do with it. It's just old freaky niggas. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get older, you ain't get a lot of action. The masseuse gonna be the best thing going. They young, they in training, they just got here. They probably fresh out of high school, or fresh out of college with a 4-year degree, massage therapy. I'm just saying, man, they wrong. They wrong, man. Old freaky ass old man.
Oh, I gotta find Buddy's name, dog. If y'all out there, let me know. Cause he played for the Hornets. I'm supposed to say he got played for the Hornets, but he was a high draft pick.
Yeah, old Flashy McGee.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that nigga.
Old swiper out.
But
Swiper.
yeah, he back in the league. You can Google. I guarantee you could probably Google. You could probably find two NBA player who kept showing himself, kept showing his genitals.
Yeah, man. Popping up his bed walking around, nigga.
Yeah,
Janitor seeing with his swipe out. He like, hey, what's going on, Rick? Dick all out.
I got his face. I got his face in my head.
Chill.
I'm not trying to see any of that.
Let me see. I think race play a role in how the media portrays it. Me personally, but I think when it comes to the NFL, they don't care what color you are if you can still play. People see Tucker and see a Hall of Famer and one of the clutchest kickers of all time. But last year, that was not him. Tucker played his last 13 years. 6 of those years, he was 90% or better. 2 years, he was 89% of field goals attempts. Last year, he was a miserable 73% and 96% of extra points. I think the combination of declining play and the outside noise, he was bound to be let go, especially for an organization like Baltimore, who has a great reputation and doesn't deal with drama on any level. Like I said, I think race was a slight part of it, but I think that's more like what media portrays. I think when it comes to the NFL, they don't give a fuck. I will never forget Dante Stallworth, a black motherfucker with dreads, vehicular homicide. They let his ass back in after a year because he could still ball, because he still had potential. I think when it comes to the NFL, it comes down to one motherfucking thing, green. Yeah. And when it comes to the media, just like how we talked about benefiting off race, they want green too.
I can't remember what Hardy did. Hardy did some bullshit.
Yeah, look at Little. Did Little the tight end.
Remember Dexter Manley?
I remember Dexter Manley. What did he do though?
He was just on a lot of cocaine.
Yeah, what you remember? He was a dog. Leonard Little.
Yeah.
I want to say want to say he killed somebody. I don't want to say that, but he did something else pretty bad.
I mean, Aaron Hernandez was, the
Dog
word was on the street that he killed
was a
somebody.
menace. No, dude was a menace. Dog
Yeah,
was
the
just
word
like,
was on the street. People kind of knew. People kind of knew that he killed somebody.
Yeah, bro, he was a menace, bro.
And everything.
Like, dog was like,
he really was a menace. Like, why didn't he stop the killing?
I don't know, man. Couldn't. Sometimes when the devil touch you, the devil touch you, my guy.
Man, bro.
You remember Chris off the wire? No, I'm sorry.
What the fuck? Never seen it either.
Ooh,
Never seen the
shame
wire.
on you
Yeah,
twice.
fatal accident. It's DUI, speed. Charged with
Vehicular
DUI.
homicide.
Yeah, but he was a Leonard Little.
Oh, go ahead.
I remember that. But he was a dog. He was an edge. He stayed his ass in the league. But yeah, man, that's my opinion, man. Y'all out there, let us know how y'all feel about Justin Tucker, man. Is it a race or is it just simply his decline in play? And hey, we'll see, man.
Who? No.
Switching to basketball, man. It is basketball season, playoff time. SGA right now is the front runner to win MVP, but a lot of people feel Jokic should win. Name 3 NBA. What the fuck was that?
Yo.
Name 3 NBA players who were robbed of MVP hardware. Name the year, who won MVP, and who you think should have won that year. Number 3 for me, 05-06, Steve Nash over Kobe Bryant. Felt Kobe should have won that year. Steve Nash, 18.3 points, 10.5 assists, 12.4% win share. Kobe Bryant that year, 35.4 points, 5.3 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 15.3% win share.
That is my number 3.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That was that one year he was white hot. He scored like, I don't know how much in a month, bro. It was fucking ridiculous.
He averaged 44 a month.
Yeah.
That motherfucker had more points when he scored 81. A week before he was in Dallas, he had more points going into the fourth quarter, but Phil didn't play him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he could have did that shit a week before.
That's crazy. Hendo, who you got number 3? Players who were robbed of their MVP season.
This is the only time you'll ever hear me say this, man. Russell Westbrook over James Harden. It was 2016, 2017. That was arguably Harden's best year ever to me. Ever.
Yeah, that's hard. That was when he was on them 50-point triple doubles.
Bro,
Yeah.
he was that was his
He might
best.
even had a 60-point triple double.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna argue with Westbrook, but that was a tough year. I felt like that was Harden year that year. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was putting up. That was prime Harden. He was putting up numbers. So I felt like that was kind of it.
Yeah, jump shot was favorite.
Number 2, for me, I got 68-69. Wes Unseld over Willis Reed. Wes Unseld, 13.8 points per game, he won MVP, 13.8 points per game, 18.2 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 10.8% win share, and he was also a rookie. Willis Reed that year, 21.1 points, 14.5 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 14.7 win share. He should have absolutely won that year over Unseld, especially being a rookie.
You say he should have won over Unseld.
Yeah.
I thought you said Unseld.
No, I said Unseld won. He won MVP that year. But I think at 13.8 points and he was a rookie. I get he was giving you 18 boards a game, but I just felt like Willis Reed should have won that one.
Okay. Shit, I got basically Eddie Jordan. Yeah, you could pick 93 or 98. You know what I'm saying? I love what Charles did. And that team was a team of destiny to get to the finals, and that's it.
I would have given
Motherfucking Karl Malone in 98. That was nice. Their team did do very well that year. They came back after losing to the Bulls the year before. They had a great engine going. They looked real nice until they lost.
Engine going.
It was nice, man. You know what they were doing. It was nice until they did the same thing and lose again. And it just proved who the hell the MVP really was both of those times. But I guess you got to give it to the other guys. It ain't just the best player award. It's the MVP of this season. What team would be here? What team wouldn't be here without this guy?
Who's their most valuable player, man? Come on.
I get it, but yeah, I'm going to go. That's just my second pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
really should
The
be
baby
number
goat. We all know
That's
LeBron
right.
the real goat.
Mm.
Hendo, who you got number 2?
Steve Nash over Kobe Bryant, 2005 and 06, man.
Okay.
That was a tough year for
Yeah.
him, man. I know Nash had some shit, but Kobe was on fire that year, my guy. That
Nash
was
had
tough.
some players.
That was,
but
He
Nash-
did. He
Nash
really had some
good
nice
players,
assists
too.
that year.
You know, he had good players on that team. Amari was on that team. I believe Sean Marion was on that team. Kobe did not have the same firepower that he had, man.
That's why I felt like he was a more valuable
Yeah, I
player.
agree.
That's
Yeah,
why.
I agree. I totally agree.
I say this with all due respect, but that was Colorado Kobe. That motherfucker was motherfucking
Yeah.
beating that case on the court. What the hell was it? You know,
I saw
but that
you
motherfucker
beating that
was
case
out
on the
there.
court. You ain't never lied.
killing.
Yeah.
He said beat this case on the
That's what
court.
Dave Chappelle said, man. Those ain't my words, man. He said, hey, play for your life.
Dog.
Nah.
That's
Play for
hilarious.
your freedom.
Dog.
That's
He was
fucking hilarious,
That nigga
dog.
was free. Number 1, Bill Russell over Wilt Chamberlain, 61-62.
That was tough.
Bill Russell, 18.9 points, 23.6 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 15.5% win share. That's fucking phenomenal. That would be MVP. He won MVP, and that's pretty much should be MVP any year. Until you look at Wilt Chamberlain's stats. 50.4 points per game. That's first all time. 25.7 rebounds a game that year. That's the third most all time. 2.4 assists. God knows how many blocks. And the win share that year, 23.1% win share.
You killed that with the stats.
Yes. Wilt Chamberlain should have took it that
Yeah,
year.
you killed that with the stats. I'm going Bob Cousy at 56.
No.
I'm sorry, man.
No.
If you know anything about the Celtics, man, they was just a show.
No.
Bob, he was a showman.
Bob was nice. He one of my favorite points. He was ahead of his time.
But he didn't impact winning the way Bill did. They weren't gonna win without Bill.
I don't know, bro. They weren't gonna win.
It was
They
Bill.
weren't gonna win without Cousy.
Bill's the MVP of that team.
George's not winning without Pippen.
Bob Cousy, bro, the showman.
Yes, but bro,
He was
Bob
about to be
Cousy is
traded.
nice.
Yeah, Bob was nice, bro, but they weren't gonna win. He was
said
there
they weren't
already.
gonna win.
They were still losing. You know what I'm saying?
At the
They
end
were
of the
not
day, we're
winning.
talking about
He was
winning.
Pippen. Yeah, he was Pippen.
Yeah, he was nice.
He was ahead of his time, bro. I love
Yeah.
Bob Cousy.
Yeah, Bob Cousy was nice.
Yeah, you know in Blue Chips. You know that's real
Yeah,
when
yeah,
he's
yeah.
sitting there shooting the free throws.
Yeah, underhanded still.
Yeah,
and shit.
no, he's shooting.
Was he?
Yeah, he's shooting regular.
Oh, okay.
Like all that shit.
I
was,
remember that scene.
Bro, all that shit was improvised, and then he was like he shot a left hand,
Yeah.
and he was like, God, you can't even. Yeah, all that shit was improvised, bro. No, Bob Cousy, that nigga, bro. I fuck with Bob Cousy heavy.
Oh, guaranteed.
Who you got him though? Biggest snub, NBA MVP.
Let's be honest, man. Karl Malone and Michael Jordan, 1996, 1997.
Nice, 97.
Nah, man, Mike and them had the better record, man. Mike was leading.
I don't know, bro. I love Michael Jordan, bro.
Man, that year was tough for me,
Carl had a
man.
good year.
He did, man, but
he did. But you
You
know,
wanna know what?
Mike got choked out of a lot of MVPs.
I
really did.
I would say
That-
this.
but that
I had
year,
a,
because
I had
of
a
the
bigger
record-
issue than that than with Barkley. I felt like that year Barkley should have won.
I was about to say, yeah, I have more of an issue with Karl Malone.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I would
Guaranteed.
agree with you. I had a bigger issue with Malone winning it over Barkley.
Yeah. Because Barkley, that team was not going to get there without Barkley. He
No.
single-handedly beat us one game.
That
last
game in Chicago when he got the
steal,
inbound, dog. He
Because
went crazy.
he had
bro.
like 40-something.
Yeah, he was
You know what I'm
the
saying?
best player on
and
the
he
court
had like
that day.
20 or damn near 20
Yeah,
rebounds.
he was
like,
the
he
best player.
fucked us up. And that sealed the deal right there.
Yeah,
Like, it was over and it felt that way. But, like, he went and took that game.
yeah, he took that.
Like, that's what a superstar do.
Yeah.
When you just take shit.
Yeah, but Mike, that Karl Malone, that's crazy, bro. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that. Yeah, but Mike could have won it every fucking year, honestly, bro.
It's just like that. And Kobe and LeBron, too. During their era.
LeBron and Kobe.
during that era, those eras.
Hey,
you could
there's a
save.
few in there, but you gotta understand the way they view it, the way they view success, the votes coming in like that and shit. And we also talking about a guy who's probably mostly hated by the league. Like a lot of people didn't like him. We see the interviews
That's why he didn't
and the
win.
commercial. Remember when I sent you the
Nash.
commercial? That's what it was. He knew he was hated.
That's why he didn't win that one with Nash for sure.
Just be honest. Then the shit with the case, what was going on,
Yeah,
you
that's
knew
for
he
sure.
wasn't. They weren't going to highlight that because of that, and that's part of the reason why. That's why we feel
Big
like it's
should
a
have had at
snub.
least 3. He should have had at least 3.
But that's why we feel like it's a snub because we know what it was really about. If he doesn't get that case that year, he gets that MVP.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Factual information.
And that MVP, I'm not gonna say it saved Karl Malone, but that really
It helped his career. That locked him in. That locked him in for the Hall of Fame. I think a little bit better over a ring because we knew what happened. and shit, you know?
Motherfucker, is this gonna work right here? This ain't even finna work right
He
here.
got finagled the other way.
This is. This. Look how we doing this. Look how we doing this.
look how
I feel like I can. Oh,
you good?
Hey, boy,
look
he
at
does everything.
where we at?
Good.
Where we at?
You good.
I feel like I was feeling some shit with them beams all across the room and
Hell
shit.
no. 10 questions this week, man. We got 10 questions. Chat GPT named the 12 best NBA lineup of all time, which included players like Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Kobe Bean Bryant, LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, a few other players, greats of course. So this week, instead of 10 players, we're going to name the next 12 players you would pick to create the best NBA lineup of all time. Can't use players that ChatGPT has already chosen. So, Hendo, at number 12, who you got? If you're creating all-time NBA roster.
I got Allen Iverson.
Okay.
I don't think go anywhere without talking about one of the best to do it, man. He just needed some weapons at the end of the day.
He ain't better than Monte Ellis.
I need to know who all was that on the team.
Whoa.
I never had a list of
I
who
thought
all
I
was
sent it to
on.
you.
Yeah, I had the list.
Oh no, I didn't get the list. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just go off the whatever. I just started
Hold
picking.
up. Hold on. ChatGPT.
I'm pretty sure. I just started coming up with a whole other list since I've been here. 'Cause I ain't understand that question right. I thought you meant like we can't pick.
Can you
each
send it
other's.
to him?
Whatever.
He said whatever.
He finna send it to you right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, shit. I'm pretty sure, but I know I got some motherfuckers on here that ain't yet.
Cause I sent it. I thought my fault. I thought I had sent it to you. Here it is right here.
About to say somebody got to finish. Oh, so that's
So see, he did. So you put somebody ask ChatGPT basically 12 best NBA lineup in history, and these are the 12 best. So if you had to pick a number 12, who would it be?
Okay. Alright. Shit, for me at 12. Ooh, after that, give me
Yuck.
Give me Joker.
Okay,
That's valid. That's valid.
I'm taking Joker right out the gate.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. At number 12,
The team.
12 man on the bench, Moses Malone.
Okay.
I got Moses at 12.
Okay.
Hendo, who you got? Number 11.
He guarded.
Number 11. After I got AI, I got T-Mac.
I like that. No, you can still pick T-Mac too.
I can still pick.
Yeah,
You just can't pick them.
You just can't pick none of them. It's your all. So it's basically we will pick you will pick your list, your 12 to go against their 12.
Right.
So basically it'll be your dream team.
Gotcha.
Your dream team too or whatever. At number 11, who you got?
Shit, I got KG.
Ooh, hard.
Absolutely.
I gotta go with a champion, man. Number 11. He on the end of the bench, man, but I had to take him, Scottie Pippen.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. You definitely
Yeah.
mentioned Omar.
Yeah, Pippen on
sure
there.
what I'm putting in here, but
Hendo, who you got?
Number 10?
Yep, yes, sir.
Number 10, Yao Ming.
oh,
Yao Ming.
Ooh.
yeah.
You want to talk about somebody who was really giving Shaq fits at time? Shaq could tell you out his own mouth. He was giving him fits.
Healthy y'all.
Yeah, man. Yao's not. Yeah, Yao's not bad, bro.
Healthy y'all problem.
Healthy y'all can fuck you up.
Healthy y'all problem.
It's gonna be some
Healthy y'all
yeah.
can fuck you up.
It's
Healthy
gonna be
got
some
a jump shot too though.
Yeah, he
Hold
got a
on,
jump
nigga.
shot.
He got a
Yeah.
jump shot defense.
Yeah,
If Shaq gotta come
Yeah,
out
actually
and guard
dunk
that,
on
you gonna be like,
shit.
God damn.
Yeah, man, hold on, that's a good one.
Yeah, I like that. Healthy. Yeah, healthy. Yeah, when you think of healthy.
Healthy,
I just
yeah.
always thought he was so. I don't. Overrated is not the word. I just felt like he was so much hype for so little he played. No, I mean, Bills. Who you got? Number 10.
Number 10, I'm going Drazen Petrovic.
Oh.
Barbecue
Tough.
motherfucking shit. Number 10. I gotta put him in there. I was gonna say Karl Malone, but it's KG. Because I feel
Okay.
like KG is better than Karl Malone.
Okay.
All right, in my opinion. I gotta put KG. I need a power forward. Hendo, who you got? Number 9.
Number 9, Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen, man, need defense.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. Bill, so you got number 9 coming off the bench.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk Diggler.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk Diggler. I'm not mad at you.
Sir.
I'm not mad at you.
Playing the 3.
Number 9 coming off the bench for me, man. I need a backup point guard. Give me Oscar Robertson.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, give me Oscar.
Yeah, I did that.
Give me Oscar. We're going, okay. Give me Oscar. Hendo, you got number 8.
Number 8, KG. Let's be honest, man.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
very wrong.
There's a whole hell of a lot of stuff. I'm going Joel Embiid.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah, going to each side.
I like that.
hate it because you don't know when you can get a healthy year.
No, we talking about healthy. We
I
talking
know,
about
I
healthy.
know. We're healthy. I was like,
I'm getting a healthy Joel.
I'm trying to think of like when the
Healthy Joel.
healthiest I seen him. Like that's okay.
Yeah, MVP type shit.
I like that.
Healthy Joel.
I like that.
Yeah.
I thought about size as well.
I'm not going to dispute it.
I thought about size as well. Number 8, man. I'll raise you a healthy Joel Embiid. David Robinson.
Yeah, it was crazy that I went on that list.
Yeah.
So.
Give me,
He on my list
give me
too.
David
I'm
Robinson,
thinking.
man.
I'm mulling it over.
One of 4 players ever to have a quad double in the game.
Yep.
And he also dropped 70.
Yep. 71.
Yeah, 71.
That's the Clippers.
I still can't believe Charles Smith scored 50 in the game. Weird. Hendo, who you got? Number 7.
He could play.
Yes, fuck, man.
Yeah, he was a small forward. It was so weird on the Knicks.
He can play, yeah.
It was so
Some
weird.
niggas had G.
Yeah, he can play.
Number 7,
Yeah.
Klay Thompson. Let's be for real.
Yeah.
We need a real gunner. Healthy Klay.
And he gonna lie.
Healthy Klay.
Klay is definitely on my
Come
team.
on, man. I'm not even gonna lie. We need a shooter, dog.
Klay is definitely on my team.
To
So
me,
that's my next
To
pick.
me, he's a better
Klay?
shooter than
Yeah,
Kyle
Klay is
Korver.
definitely
He's
on
a
my
better
team.
shooter than Reggie
I
Miller in
want
prime.
him
He's a
and
better shooter.
Drazen on the floor at the same time.
Ooh.
With my pick that's coming up after y'all
Healthy
do y'all
Klay,
two
though.
picks at once.
He's a sniper, dog. Healthy Klay.
Oh, I
No,
love
he's
Klay
on my
Thompson.
team.
He not on my team.
He's
But
on my team.
I didn't even know.
Yeah,
He's on the
I
floor
felt like
with
shit.
Drazen.
He's the next best shooter. I don't know.
He's on the floor with Drazen and Dirk Nowitzki and motherfucking Joel or Joker, maybe Joker with my. I'll tell you after y'all next
Okay.
two picks.
I
You don't
got
need a
It's
lot.
ugly.
You don't need a lot of
It's
dribble to
ugly.
shoot.
at number 7.
You said what?
You don't need dribble to shoot. He don't.
None of these.
That's true.
My guys.
That's true.
You can't leave none of these niggas open.
At number 7, I felt like we need maybe the most underrated player of all time in the NBA, Elgin Baylor.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was taking flight first
Yeah,
on film.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm talking about
before Michael Jordan,
he's
before
scoring every way
Dr.
possible.
J. This
Turn around,
motherfucker.
floaters.
Yeah, he was getting
problem,
in the air.
bro. Yeah,
he
he a
was
problem.
getting in the air, dog. But back then they weren't
Yeah.
used to that shit yet.
I'm talking about small. This nigga's 6'4", 6'5", grabbing
shit.
like 18 boards a game.
And could not get a ring.
Dog.
Like everybody talk about Jerry
Was
West.
doing it against plumbers.
They finally got it like the year he left or some shit. Did he actually get that ring?
No.
Yeah, because I didn't think he got it.
I want to say it was the year he left.
Yeah, it was the
year
year
after he left or something. Yeah, so I got Elgin Baylor, man, number 7. Hendo, who your 6 man?
Number 6, he's the point guard, man, Kyrie Irving.
No! Too much say.
He said
Too much
save.
mustard on a hot dog, son. Shit. My shit going backwards, dog. I got Jason Kidd
Ooh.
at my point. I'm kind of just mixing them in. I'm not
Right,
really
that
going
is
in
backwards.
specific order, but yeah,
Okay.
some of them dudes are kind of the start.
That's hard. I wanted to put Kid on my squad. I promise. But at number 6, I got him coming off the bench on the answer, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Instant firepower. Give me Iverson.
That worked.
It was between him and actually T-Mac, but I want AI. I like his heart. Hendo, who you got? Starting 5. That's center. Or 5. Starting 5.
This is going to be my starting 5. It's no predictor order, but at 5, man.
Yeah, at 5.
Shit, Ray Allen, man. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Ray Allen, one of the best shooters ever, man. We talk about
I like
prime. When we talk about prime Ray Allen, just don't think about the shooting. Think about when he was actually cut to the hole, dribbling.
Yeah, because he could shoot the whole time.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But the thing I like about him, shit, he played 2 ways. He just don't shoot. He play a little defense too. He wasn't giving up a lot. He wasn't. You ain't gonna talk about he gonna be defensive player of the year,
like
but you
Ray
wasn't
Allen.
just gonna have your way with him on defense.
I like Ray Allen, and you need shooting. And we don't mention dude enough, man. Be very honest when it comes to these type of teams, because he's one of the greatest shooters ever. Him and Reggie Miller don't get talked about as much as, but they in the same conversation to me with Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? This is all before they start letting dudes shoot 10 threes a game. Their stats are so inflated that, of course, whoever shoots the best now
You got
is
Dan
gonna
Marley
be the
on
best
your list
ever.
too, huh?
No. Ray Allen, he's okay. He's not a better shooter than Craig Elo.
Yeah, you may have a point.
Darn.
Yeah, Craig Elo is pretty good.
Craig Elo.
Oh, shit.
I would argue, I don't know if he's a better shooter than Mark Price. I will have an argument for that.
Volume of shot, yes.
This shoot is a better shooter. Mark Price is
Maybe
super
shot
underrated.
percentage, maybe, but volume of
Super
shot,
underrated.
I don't know.
Super
Ray on the
underrated.
list for a reason.
No, I'm not mad at Ray Allen. I think I put much Ray Allen. He was at UConn. Him and Allen Iverson used to go at it together. I love Ray Allen. A lot of people think he's just a shooter. No, Milwaukee Ray Allen.
Yeah,
Nigga,
that's what I'm saying.
Seattle Ray Allen.
Seattle Ray Allen.
Yamming on your bitch
Yeah.
ass, bro.
Yeah.
And he's shooting that thing. I like Ray Allen. I would have a hard time putting him that high. But I'm not mad at it though. Bill, so you got number 5, starting lineup.
Shit, this is kind of my bench, you know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
you know what? Depending on how
Number
I go,
5.
I can play my shit like the coach would go in the state, man. Steve Kerr just be whatever, depending on the night. Because I got Ant-Man, and he can be a starter
Okay.
on any given night.
Okay.
He really should be starting, you know what I mean, and just be bringing Clay off the bench, but you know. Clay and Petrovic, they got to get some tick together. They got to get some runs together because that flow is so open. If Dirk on the floor with them, it's ugly. Anybody can get to the basket now.
Okay.
The Joker's eating anybody alive down there, pause. Like that's
Actually, at number 5 for me, my starting center, Nikola Jokic. People can say what they want. I think he's a top 5 big man right now.
Absolutely.
Top 5 big man all the time. I got him starting at number 5.
Yeah, definitely a starter. You got
Hendo, you got number 4, starting lineup.
Will Chamberlain.
What? Nope.
He's on that list?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'll take him out, man. I'll put in,
Nate Archibald.
hey, Dwight Howard.
Okay, yeah.
Prime Dwight Howard. I didn't think Wilt was on that list.
Oh shit, he's not.
So Will Chamberlain.
Yeah,
Oh,
they got
shit.
Kareem.
They got
Yeah,
Kareem.
Will.
My fault.
Yeah, so let me
Yeah,
get
you
Wilt
got
in.
Wilt.
Like I said, I didn't think he was on that list.
I'm
Oh,
bugging.
shit. No Will to Stu.
Curry.
The master had a slip. He gonna put. He said Curry. Curry went on that damn list. You seen motherfucking. You seen them goggles. And you seen that. That's all you seen.
Damn.
I found a glitch in the Matrix,
Your
y'all.
boy LeBron made the list. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know he made the list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No problem.
Okay.
So, Wilt.
Who you got? Number 4.
Shit, I got Melo.
Huh?
I got Melo.
Who? Okay.
Okay. I'm not mad at
D
that.
I
Melo.
like that.
Nah, I
He said
love
D
Melo.
Mello. Like
Nah, I
that's the
love
college-
Melo.
That seemed like it was the college
Ah,
come
Melo.
from. D Mello State.
At number 4, at power 4, Will Chamberlain.
Is that Will Chamberlain?
Yeah.
It's-
Sorry, Chuck.
That's it.
Sorry, Chuck. I'm sorry, Chuck.
This nigga didn't even know Will Chamberlain was Melo.
Oh shit, nigga.
I saw
She
Chuck.
got me weak in the streets, Chuck. No,
I saw Chuck. I had to.
Guarantee.
I guarantee they
That's
gonna
a good
win.
pick. Bullshit ain't about nothing.
And let me tell
Funny
you
as hell.
another
Let's
thing.
go with this.
Hell no. He said, let me tell you another thing.
Nigga Will ran a 4.6.
Yeah, give me Will that power, man.
I mean, shit. Come on, let's be honest.
Hendo, you got number 3. Starting lineup.
Number 3. Ah, man. Let me get Dwight.
You just said Dwight.
I know. I said Wilt first because
yeah,
that's
right.
I got Dwight. That's
No,
what I did.
you can take Will too.
No, I know that's what I'm saying.
no,
You
I
had
got
told
it,
me he
got it,
wasn't
got it,
available, so that's
Yeah,
why I
got you.
had a backup.
Yeah.
So as
You
number
got
3,
both,
I
you got
would
it.
have both them niggas. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Make a lot of motherfuckers.
Them both my big men other than Yao.
Number 3, who you got?
3 shit. I'm going Pistol Pete, man.
You not wrong, dog. That nigga was amazing, bro.
He can be used as just a spot-up shooter if you want. That motherfucker.
Nah, that nigga's amazing. He doing
Yeah,
everything.
he running.
He doing
running,
everything.
gunning.
At number 3 of my small 4, the doctor.
Okay.
I like that.
That'll work.
Yeah, give me the doctor.
I wish Connie Hawkins is in motherfucking the NBA longer than that.
Yeah, give me the doctor at the 3. Prime doctor. Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's gonna
ABA
work.
doctor.
That's gonna work.
Hendo, who you got? Number 2.
Let's keep it buck, man. D Wade.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, dog's really a problem, man.
That's who I had at my 2 guard, starting 2 guard too. I got D Wade. Bills, number 2, who you got?
Shit, man, y'all convinced me, man. I got Dwight Howard, man.
I mean, shit, dog is a beast, man.
Dwight,
Prime
man.
Dwight too.
Yeah,
He just
man.
never
Won an MVP year.
Yeah.
He never won MVP.
It was close. He had the runners for
I
it.
don't think. I'm pretty sure he never won. It definitely was close. He got a lot of defensive player of the year. He got a lot of deep boards.
Yeah, he got like
3
4.
3 or 4 or something like that. Yeah. He got a lot of deep boards. Who you got? Hendo, number 1.
Number 1, D Rose, man.
Ooh.
D Rose, man.
Ooh, that's hard.
Not too many people gonna stand in front of D Rose.
Prime D Rose, that's hard. Bills.
Yeah.
I know I wanted to too, but I couldn't.
I didn't even think of it. I'm ashamed.
I did. I couldn't. But
I'm very ashamed.
he not better than who I took.
Oh, man.
That's opinion.
I'm real.
No,
it's
it's
pretty-
pretty, it's
no,
pretty
it's
fat.
I'm
And I'm a
reevaluating.
huge D Rose fan.
Yeah.
I'm reevaluating.
I call him poop.
You stupid as shit.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go. Y'all convinced me again. I gotta go with the still, man.
Okay.
I gotta go with the still.
Yeah.
They got too many big dudes on that list, man. I need to
Yeah.
be able to come back that side.
They got Shaq. Let's see who they
Kareem
got.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Yep.
They got
Hakeem,
Hakeem,
Tim
Bill
Duncan.
Russell, Shaq.
Bill Russell. So you need
And
Tim
you got
Duncan,
Kareem
Simmons,
and Duncan.
Tim Duncan.
And then you got LeBron James, and then you got motherfucking Magic, who
LeBron
can play down there too.
No,
KD is
no.
7-footer. Then you got Shaq over there, he can also do it. You got Larry. Larry got 6'8", you know what I'm saying? Then you got Bill Russell.
16.
Oh shit, even worse. I'm just saying, that's just a tall crowd of niggas that can shoot. You need some defense and some niggas that can shoot. That's why I put some of them niggas on my list. Like Joker can do that. I feel like he can fit that list. He just one that missed my list. But he definitely fit that. That's why I picked Yao Ming. Yao Ming a 7-footer. Nigga, go out here and go put your hands up against KD.
at number one, my point guard. I thought about D Rose, but I gotta go with the better player, Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, I had Zeke on the list. I had Zeke on there.
Yeah, I gotta take Zeke.
Yeah. But I got all the point guard I need in J Kidd.
No,
that's fair.
Back up.
That's fair.
Bro.
That's fair.
I would Jason Kidd. I would say is the third. I would say third, fourth best point guard of all
Ain't
time.
fucking with that.
He really is up there. He definitely top five.
Yeah, he top five definitely.
He's my favorite point guard ever. You know what I'm saying? And when I look, if you go look at some highlights on YouTube.
My favorite,
well, I'm talking about like passer.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I think of a point guard,
See, that's tough.
Magic and D Rose, they 1A, 1B as far as my favorite point guard.
yeah, I don't look at it like point guard like that. When I say point guard, I look at it like the
He's not my favorite passer.
well, let me say like the quintessential type of
I
point
think
guard.
Nash my favorite
Oh,
passer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
as
Like
far as
that.
like pass,
Like
like
Rondo, Nash.
Rondo, my favorite passer.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I gotta be Nash.
No,
for me.
Jason Williams.
Motherfucker.
I do like Jason
White
Williams. Nash,
chocolate.
Chris
Nash
Paul.
was the most consistent other than Chris Paul. Nash was like,
John Stockton.
yeah, ultimate
John
consistent.
Stockton. He actually was on my list too, but I ain't say his name.
You're not wrong.
You know what I mean?
You're
It
not
just
wrong.
ain't no players. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Yeah, I'm not mad
I'm
at
going
that.
J Kidd, man. Y'all the point guard. I need him and Joker on the floor together.
That's crazy.
With KG drives in that motherfucking Clay.
That's crazy.
You be bringing in motherfucking Dirt for KG. The spacing on this floor is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? The J Kidd is the one nigga that's gonna find everybody.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Bills, please tell the people what time it is.
Oh man, trade yourself, man. Trade
yourself.
yourself.
There's a nice way of telling somebody F you. You know what I'm saying? It could be your co-worker, one of your kids, your cousins, your husband, your wife. They working your nerves. It's 2025. Don't be cussing people out. We ain't got time for that. You can't be calling them little N-words and become half a millionaire. Or maybe you can. Anyway,
Damn.
look at them dead in the face. Say, you sir, ma'am, you can trade your goddamn self. So this week, Bills, who need to trade themselves? We normally try to keep it with sports stars. Brett Favre, the welfare queen. We ain't gonna mess him along. He unemployed. Come to the Bulls.
Damn. Would be an upgrade. Sorry, Billy.
Billy gotta go.
Yeah, get out of here, Billy.
Yeah, that Billy gotta go.
Yeah, Billy, he out of there. You gotta go, man. At some point, man.
Who need to trade themselves this
Later,
week?
man. Hey, man, I don't want to say like it's a bad trade yourself. I just want to say, the kid got to do better, man. Jalen Green. Man, that performance in the playoff, man. What the fuck was that? I'm going to tell you what it is.
Just get outside.
Game 1, Golden State Warriors. What was this? 7 points. He did his thing. Game 2, he came out with 38 points. That was amazing. You think maybe, okay, the kid going to get it together. 9 points, game 3, game 4, 8 points. Then he followed that up with 11. Then he broke out with 12 points the next game, and then went back down to 8 points in the last game. What the fuck is that? I mean, I'm just saying. Like,
Playoffs?
What the fuck?
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck are we looking at here? I'm just saying, man. Like, the boy wasn't aggressive enough at all. I don't know if he got. I don't want to say that like he got paid off or nothing, but I said it. I don't know. He's taking shit under the table.
No, he settled for shooting. It's shooting a deep ball. That's what I'm saying.
No, he did. He settled for weak shots.
I'm looking at shot attempts. This boy just shot at 8 shots, then 11 shots in, 8 shots, then 8 shots, and 11 shots.
He settled. He wasn't being aggressive.
Right.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
He wasn't being
Well,
aggressive.
when I'm saying aggressive, he's going to the rack.
That's what I'm saying.
He's selling for jump shots.
Yeah. We saying the same thing.
Yeah.
And not even enough of them.
Yeah.
Like, when you the star of a team, man, you gotta take more than 8 motherfucking shots, man. This dude took 8 motherfucking shots 3 damn games.
You gotta be more consistent. That's what it is.
Yeah, very consistent.
I'm not worried.
You scored a lot.
I'm not worried about him one bit.
The one game you scored a lot, he took 25 shots though.
But
but if you can take 20 shots
I've
in
seen
the
this
game,
with
then
niggas that
you
we
have-
expect more of too. We just watched this with James Harden. He's a star of his team. He just shot terribly once the fuck again. Did we see him in Game 7? I'm pretty sure I ain't seen him ever in a Game 7. He's been there. Well, I've never seen him. How about that?
He'll be fine. He's just super young. But I like that. I like that pick.
Oh, well, I thought you were talking about James Harden. Yeah, Jalen Green.
Yeah,
I think it'd be cool too. Yeah, he just needs that experience.
Then also he has good coaching. To me, that's no different than when Tatum and Brown, when they made it to the finals and they were super young.
When they made it to
maturity.
the finals, though.
Yeah, I get it. The finals.
Yeah,
I get it.
It's
But I mean,
right.
But
That's
This
the
is
difference.
first round.
But you literally look. The Rockets
Yeah,
went from like
that.
last to second to damn. They went from damn near last in the
We
West.
can talk about what he did before this in the playoffs too. He had an astounding 2-point game against Denver.
Just leave it.
This
Dog
This
is
is
so
7
petty. He's an
game before
astounding
that.
2-point
The
game,
game
dog.
before that, these was we played in
Come on,
games.
Stephen A. Bills.
Well, then there's a 7-point game.
Stephen
Right?
A. Bills.
And before that, there's a whopping
Stephen A.
5-point
Bills.
game. There's a 5-point game.
I'm
before that.
flabbergasted.
I'm just saying, this is, you know.
This is
What
an
are you
atrocity.
saying, Molly?
This is an atrocity.
And he's still young. I'm not trying to make it sound like he ain't get together. I root for the kid. I love the
He'll
dude.
be
You know what I'm saying?
fine.
But you know, and I like that.
Kobe
he's
was
content.
shooting air
I love
balls.
it that you do
I
it.
remember in Utah,
Oh, yeah.
he was shooting air
Yeah,
balls.
yeah, we all remember that shit.
Yeah, I remember bald head Kobe shooting air
Yeah,
balls.
then I seen him drop
And now,
31.
now look at him, 10th greatest player of all time. Hendo, who you got?
Just ahead of the lead, bro.
I'm always a man of good
Third.
sportsmanship. At the end of these games, regardless of how hard you play against somebody, you leave it on the flow. So at the end of the series, when your ass get dusted or something, you handshake motherfuckers, man. Team was just better than you.
I know where this going.
As far as that goes, man, Dylan Brooks, man,
I
he was a
already knew
naked
it.
mug, man. As much as I like your intensity at times, and I like what you contribute, I don't honor that playoff shit where you just run off on a motherfucker. You know, when you and Draymond, y'all pull the annex. But at the end of the day, even Draymond Green, even Dennis Rodman, even Zaza Pachulia, even dirtiest players come up and shake your hand. It's for the sake of the win. All right? If you beat us, you beat us, man. I shake your hand. It was a great series. I'm coming back for you next season. I'm coming. This is how moments are made. But for all that shit to go on and not do it, man, that's some weak ass shit. That's not playeristic to me, man. And you talk a lot of shit on the court. But like I said, even Draymond Green will come shake your hand at the end, regardless of how many elbows, stitches, bloody nose, illegal shit, pushes in the back. At the end, you know what you did to have to win. That's all it is. Shake your hands and be done, man. Do that, man. It's honorable, man. There's no honorable in that whole ass shit where you talking shit and doing all this and you can't man up at the end, man. It's all about manning up. I didn't view that shit as man shit. That's just weak as fuck to me, man. Let's keep it a buck. Trade yourself.
Trade yourself, man. Dylan, you better than that, man.
Talking and walking, man. Come on.
Yeah, better than that.
Barkley shook your hand.
Yeah.
Bill Lambert shook your hand, didn't he? Come on now.
It was only one
He
time.
did. No, he did, though.
It was only one time that they didn't know.
That was Isaiah. Isaiah was the most.
But they said though too though, man.
Yeah,
the
they
Celtics
did-
niggas
it's
be walking out the court.
Celtics, they thought it was like tradition.
Yeah,
It was like
you know
the
what I'm
Celtics did it to them.
Yeah, like
It
you
wasn't
know,
Spurs will
Yeah,
shake your
okay.
hand. Lakers will shake your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Soft.
Bulls will shake your. I'm just saying, man. Honorable teams just do that. I'm sorry, regardless of it, man.
I don't agree with that shit. If I lose,
At the
I'm
end,
not, I'm not
it's whatever.
shaking hands.
I don't believe you
I'm
should
not
actually
that-
have
I'm not-
to do
I'm
that.
not- I'm
You
not
know what
that
I'm saying? To
mature.
be honest.
I think
But
champions.
since
I
that's
think
a
championships
tradition,
are
like,
different.
fuck it, you know what I mean?
I think championships are different.
No,
But I think playoffs, I think that's just tradition, man. It's just good
Honestly.
sportsmanship, man. It's an honor of the
It
game,
is.
man. We left it. No.
It is.
I
We
don't,
don't
I,
have
I,
to.
I don't like that
Listen,
shit.
we don't have to be friends.
Niggas, honestly, if niggas need to start crashing championship ring ceremonies, if Cleveland lost, nigga, and Lakers won next year, all them niggas need to be in the front row crashing their shit. That's how you got that beer. That's to be the motherfucking ring. Slap that shit out their hand, bro. Fuck them niggas.
Good sportsmanship, man. That's honor of that, man.
But I totally agree, bro. And it's good for kids because if they allow that at the pro level, it's definitely going to trickle down to the high school level. That's going to trickle down to the grade level. Sportsmanship is absolutely key, man. I agree. I totally agree. Need to trade their fucking self. Anybody who donated to that Rochester one, you need to trade your fucking self.
Y'all gonna get her robbed. That's all it is.
What-
Niggas
bro,
niggas know exactly how much money in that house. They gonna see what it is. They
Bro, and we
gonna
already,
take the car, man.
already looking like trash. Like this.
So
shit-
you better not get a Kia Sport. Niggas is hot wiring that motherfucker
Oh.
from digital drone, and they taking that motherfucker on a joyride.
That bitch gonna buy an F-150 or some shit if she ain't
That
bought
shit
it
gonna
already.
get stole that night.
Yeah.
That shit gonna be on bricks. Niggas gonna smooth sucking up.
But yeah, man. Trade yourself if you donate to that goofy shit, man. It's 2025. Guess what? You're already the fucking minority. It is what it fucking is. How many people in India? How many people in Asia? Look around the fucking world, man. There's more people that look like me than look like you. It is what it is. You keep it moving, I keep it moving. Hey, we both gotta pay fucking taxes. We both gotta pay bills, man. We might as well try to get along. So, hey, that's my opinion. I say I treat people the way I want to be treated, not by the color of your skin. That's the way I was raised. That's the way I raised my kids. And as far as this platform, that's how we gonna keep it moving, man. Treat a motherfucker the way you want to be treated, and that's what it is. But if you are in the Wisconsin, La Crosse, Wisconsin area, don't be calling nobody no N-word. That shit will get you touched. But also, in the Jackson Plaza, if you are over there, you call somebody N-word, you definitely will get touched. But a breath of fresh. Yeah. Our brother, focus. Memorial Day is coming up. I know y'all love to get fresh. It's going to be that long weekend. Check him out, man. He got exclusive kicks, retros. I'm taking some shoes up there. He does cleaning. With kids, I get it, man. You might not be able to get them, $200, $300 retros. He does great shoe restoration, clothing as well. If you want to get fresh for the holiday. As well, Fifth and King, our brother JV, The Closet, man. More retros, man. Check them out, man. I know y'all want to get fresh for that upcoming Memorial Day weekend, man. Look like the weather's going to be nice. So, man, check them brothers out. Then also, man, barbecues galore. I know it's going to be happening. You want to listen to some good music, download that app. Bump that radio. Our brother Detroit Manuel trying to bring radio back like how it used to be. And then if you're also in the Winona, Minnesota area, our brother Captain Kush. What's up, man? You're always welcome to the basement. Marcus Webb, he's a phenomenal artist. If you need some t-shirts or something like that, maybe for Memorial Day weekend, check him out, man. He does all type of stuff. Check out his merchandise as well. Captain Kush, you're always welcome to the basement, man. But yeah, man, episode 145. It's been a great episode. I appreciate y'all rocking with us as always. I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. Millie, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. 145 is in the books, man. 146, we back in the basement next week, man. You need.
Boy, B.I.
Man, it's your boy Hendo G. Like I said, man, if you ever in the Rochester area, you looking for some good food, make sure you chop at the food truck, man. Win City, man. You can look it up straight on Google. Put it in Win City, man. Like a win, like you catching a win. Hey, City. And make sure you go in there and get the.
I know. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Shit. Not only that, but if you're in the La Crosse area too, if you need some cleaning to your house need a nice little deep cleaner, or you need some regular sessions, make sure you check out Sunshine Home Services. You can look them up on Facebook, man. They do amazing work, man. It's a young couple, getting their groove on, man. They do great work, man. Check them out.
That's dope. Also, June 22nd, man, we're going to be at Powell Park. Our second annual Juneteenth old school versus new school basketball game, man. Man, old heads are trying to pull it out right now. They didn't win last year. I think we lost by 1 point, man. The last three games been by 1 point, man. So, hey, that's going to be a lot of fun. Hendo's going to be playing. I'll be coaching. B.I. be coaching, man. It's always a lot of fun. I'm going to try to see if maybe we can have a food vendor there. So, man, it's going to be a lot of fun. $10 entry fee. If anybody is interested in playing, we will also be accepting donations. Come out, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Juneteenth weekend is always a lot of fun. So, man, Powell Park over by Jackson Street, a lot of fun. June 22nd. We'll be out there 2 p.m. to probably about 5 p.m.
You know what we here for? The Old Headz Podcast. Yo, we come from North Shades to the team at the bar.
That's a rap beat.
The Old Headz Podcast. Yo, for
And when my man say rap that shit out, B.